Today, let's start you off with our breaking news. One of the biggest malls in the Bay Area is on lockdown. The Great Mall in Milpitas, a lot of stores, a lot of restaurants, and right now a lot of confusion and fear. About 90 minutes ago, Milpitas police officers swarmed the Great Mall after reports of an active shooter. This is a live look now here. Dozens of squad cars are outside the mall. You see the string of them there. Multiple agencies are on site. Let's take a look now from our Sky Ranger. Friday night, of course, busy for holiday shopping and also the multiple restaurants and outlet stores at the Great Mall. Among them, the Burlington Coat Factory, the Lego store, Dave & Buster's, and Olive Garden. We continue to look there. We just got an update from Milpitas police. They said this is how it started. They received a report of an altercation where someone brandished a knife inside the mall. Shortly after, a shooting was reported inside the Burlington Coat Factory. Milpitas police officers have checked the business, and there's no indication that there was a shooting inside the mall. We're still waiting to find out if there was a shooting outside. Let's bring in NBC's Ian Cull. He is at the Great Mall right now with the very latest. Ian, tell us exactly where you are in front of what store and what's happening around you.
Yeah, Raj, we're right outside the Burlington Coat Factory as well as Marshall's. This is the Great Mall entry number 3. This seems to be where all the activity is really happening. And I talked with a couple, the Cruz family, who just arrived today from Amarillo to visit the Bay Area. They were walking in when that altercation occurred. I'm going to let you zoom in here. You can still see that there are sheriff's deputies along with Milpitas police here. That couple says that right when they walked inside the mall, that they saw a group of men shouting at each other, pushing each other. One of them said, "Let's take this outside." They're not sure what happened after that, so they just continued on and kind of walked away. But then about 15 minutes later, there was a sort of panic, some rushing. Someone yelled, perhaps shots fired, and they were taken into the popcorn store and actually put into the back room. We talked with Cindy Cruz just minutes ago. Here's what she had to say.
We were in the popcorn store, and all of a sudden somebody yelled shots fired, and then another lady in the store just said, close the doors, close the doors. So they shut the iron doors down, and they took us all in the back of the popcorn shop. And we were there like 45 minutes. But when we first went into the mall, we went in this entrance where the faux 90 is, and that's where the fight was, right there in the entranceway. And they were screaming and yelling, and I was just like standing there. And then Johnny was like, come on, Cindy. So we kind of.
So we have seen dozens and dozens of patrol cars from different agencies, as Raj mentioned, out here with officers inside of this, the entry 3. We've also seen groups of people come out with their hands over their head as officers clear them, then allow them to leave. There are still, dozens of people out here that work at the mall, perhaps some witnesses heard something, saw something. Haven't heard of anybody who said that they heard shots. Again, Milpitas police confirming that that it does not appear that a shooting actually occurred inside. So, Raj, that's the latest from us outside of Burlington.
And Ian, we're also working from this point of view from the newsroom. Milpitas police just now tweeting out this information saying there is conflicting information right where you're standing, whether there was a shooting or not, whether there was an altercation. They said right now Milpitas police officers have not located any of the reported victims related to this initial stabbing or shooting. We don't know if either of that happened, and they are now looking inside the entire mall. Is the mall closed right now, meaning is everyone out from inside, or are there still people inside?
Everyone is not out, actually. That Cruz family said that their daughter's in the Nike store. They were in contact with her, that she's doing fine, but they're just waiting for her to be able to come out. You can see some more people coming out now. So no, the mall is closed off. The entrances, when we first pulled up, we saw officers at each entryway to the big box stores, but also the mall entrances themselves, making sure that nobody went in. But this is where most activity was. When I drove around about an hour ago near the theater, I saw that there was still some people that appeared to be entering, but couldn't confirm over there. So yes, but no one allowed inside the mall, at least on this major section over here, Raj.
throughout the night, just in case something new develops also throughout this newscast. Ian Cull reporting for us at the Great Mall in Milpitas. So let's recap here. We'll go back to our chopper shot or to one of our ground level shots. Here's what we know. There is no confirmed shooting or stabbing from the Great Mall in Milpitas. Again, you're looking live from our Sky Ranger in Milpitas, the Great Mall right between 880 and 680. So no reports or confirmation of a stabbing or an altercation or a shooting. However, Milpitas police officers and several other agencies are now going inside the mall and clearing each section, each restaurant, each store to make sure this is an all clear. Right now, we will continue to keep our crews in place and give you updates throughout this evening.